Okay, Gemini, it's your turn. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with you from this Morgan Greer Tarot. All right. All right, you got the moon in Sagittarius, which is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is talking about almost nearing completion in terms of how you feel. You know, it's like feeling turned into action. So there could be a buildup of, you know, some emotions behind the way someone was behaving, or, you know, maybe the way that you have behaved has isolated you in some kind of way from being able to, you know, move further, or to be close to someone that you might be passionate about. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot of confusion as well in terms of like how you feel, because you know, your passions might be confusing you, and it could be just like your individual passions, right? Or it could even just be like how you passionately feel about something. You know, this is being passionate about your goals as well, and not being distracted, or spending time with things that actually don't align with what you want to see yourself moving towards. You know, this nine is also talking about needing space to discover something about yourself, or maybe discover what you're newly passionate about, or just kind of like make something more of your passions. You know, it's the foundations as well. You have to kind of like remember foundationally who you are, right? And what the reasons why you do the things that you do, or the reasons why you want the things that you want. But you're also kind of like needing to understand that you're kind of like not making it about other people, because it really is about what you are doing, right? So it's kind of like you have to set yourself apart so that you can remember where your passions lie, right? And not be getting distracted by the things that have an emotional pull or emotional tug on you. Stay in the direction of where you were meant, where you feel like you really want to go truthfully and passionately inside of yourself, right? And it is talking about, you know, a fire inside. And this is, you know, something putting the fire out, right? This is Hanged Man. This squares you, and it's talking about conflict and resolution in some kind of way. There needs to be some sort of like harmony felt here. The confusion needs to be broken up. The fog needs to be broken up. And it's almost kind of like you've been waiting for the moment where you didn't feel overly sensitive to something, but right now you're still feeling a little bit sensitive to the environment, right? And you're not really making any sudden moves in this environment, and you're kind of like walking on eggshells a little bit. You might be feeling like that. Okay, so also it's almost like you're not going to be doing anything to try to make it better. You know, it's almost kind of like you're just letting it be what it's going to be. You could be thinking about how you want time to kind of do it for you, or how you want time to decide for you. You know what I mean? You're looking for divine intervention, or you're waiting, you're hoping, you're praying for that. You know, you have faith and optimism that divine intervention will come in and kind of like rescue you in some kind of way, or something will be figured out here. But right now you are just kind of like focusing on what your intentions are, and really trying to make that happen. Not getting distracted, but also feeling like a little bit confused as well, right? You're distracted within your feelings and your emotions, so you realize that there's going to have to be more effort to pull away from something that had gravity on you, okay? Ooh, and also like stay away from people that are like gaslighting you. Excuse me. Oh, definitely. With this Eight of Wands being here, so this is like information, communication coming in fast, hard communication. It's an eight, so it's kind of like using communication as a weapon, or like a form of power, or you just need to feel encouraged or empowered in what you can make possible for yourself. You know, creating opportunities for yourself through feeling encouraged and empowered, strengthened, you know, in your mind, for real. Right? So we're trying to stay strong in the mind so that we can actually have the energy and the effort to do the things that we need to be doing and that we should be doing. You know, this is definitely warrior energy, but feeling like very much soft as well. Wounded warrior even, right? Wounded warrior. to some degree, emotionally wounded, but still able to fight, right? Emotionally wounded and wanting to give up, right? And here's the wounded warrior that refuses to give up and that continues to push through. And that's the card that's furthest to the right. So let's look at what's behind these cards. The Nine of Wands here, okay? Moon in Sagittarius, the Chariot, definitely wanting to move forward, not feeling, wanting to experience a victory in something. So it's like in order for you to feel successful within your endeavors, whether it be creatively, artistically, and what you're kind of trying to make possible in your life, that's going to benefit you and make you feel like you are living life to the fullest, with the Chariot being here. You're going to have a sense of detachment. You're going to have a sense of objectivity. You're going to have to weigh things out and make choices that, don't necessarily affect other people, but may affect the relationship that they have with you because it's you. You know what I mean? And the Chariot is saying, you know what, I feel ready to move forward, right? And it's almost kind of like going 3, 7, 8. And you got Neptune here. And Neptune is veiling a planet, right? So you could be dealing with Leo. And you have Chariot, which is ruled by the moon. So the moon is veiling a planet. That's also Neptune. But the 7th house is Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So that's also Venus being Neptune is the higher octane of Venus. So it's like the beauty here, the inner beauty, a deeper sense of that. And it's also the beauty of letting go and the beauty of moving on, and the beauty of taking advantage of things when it's time. Behind the Hanged Man here, we have Sun in Scorpio, which is the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups is talking about, looking at the past, right? Because Scorpio is talking about transformation. So there's something that is to be considered or to be faced, right? So we're facing something, but we're reflecting because it's water and it's cups. But then it's a 6, which is related to the Lovers. So we're reflecting on how something has benefited us. It could have been something that was deep and that was dark and that was maybe a little bit gruesome in some kind of way. But in the end, when we got past it, we're able to look hindsight and to see, right, that actually we were able to grow from this, okay? And to experience a greater sense of beauty in the transformation, however dark or ugly it was prior to now, this moment of you feeling like that. Okay, so yeah, we're dealing with transformations and really depth of feelings, some discomfort, some vulnerabilities, all of that, but we're just trying to stay enforceable with all of the passions that you have. You're trying to continuously enforce your passions. But make sure you don't push those passions onto people, right? Because this is a lot of talking, a lot of saying things, a lot of loudness, and just kind of like almost like something might be a little too frequent, yeah? And this is also the power of being able to adjust things or make people adapt to things, or yourself. Be careful with this energy because it could be a little bit too much, because it has the energy of Sagittarius, it has the energy of Scorpio, and it has the energy of Leo, but also Mercury. Control, right? And the Strength card did come out right, exactly, right? Control. And that's what the lessons you're learning, lessons of control, being able to control yourself. What have you learned? What responsibilities have you discovered that need to be, honored? Okay, like I need to do this from now on, right? I have a responsibility to do this because my relationships depend on it, and the way that I relate to things and the way that I thrive in the world depends on it, right? You could be dealing with the Sagittarius, okay? Because esoterically, the earth, the world rules Sagittarius. So, yeah, just think about that. It's time to grow up, and it's time to move forward, and it's time to not have any regrets. Okay, Gemini, if you'd like to get a reading with me, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram. It's Providence Tarot. And my personal account is NYC Kendrick. Okay, thank you.